Kevin Wilson keeps going. Lee to his right and Dixon. Wilson's coming to the near post! And the substitute has struck. And maybe Kevin Wilson has given Chelsea a win in their first game back in the First Division.
Dorigo's going to strike one. Oh, set! That's a fabulous goal by Tony Dorigo. Must have been the best part of 30 yards. And David Seaman didn't even know it had happened. I think the Rangers goalkeeper was still lining his wall up. And it'll be Graham Roberts and 1-0. Dixon, he's through. Got support from Kevin Wilson. There is Wilson. Oh, and Harper's turned it into his own goal. What a tragedy for the fullback. That's Dixon's header, and that is 3-0. 3 goals in 5 minutes. McAllister, down to Nicholas. That's a lovely ball. McAllister, and their scoring for the afternoon isn't over.
Dixon. Dickens heads it back in. Jury! It was sliced in rather, but it found its target. That's Kerry Dixon, who got in front of Foster at the near post. And Chelsea, having been a goal down, and now 2-1 in front. Dixon's strength and persistence made sure the ball was hit.
Dixon is there first, and Kerry Dixon has got the goal this time. Torsvet came and then stopped, thinking he couldn't get to the ball. Dixon stuck out a foot, and his persistence pays off because he looped it high over Eric Torsvet. And really, you couldn't complain as a Tottenham follower if they got a second here. Chelsea are running the show at the moment. Dixon glanced it on, and it's tucked away by Kevin Wilson this time. Chelsea in control at White Hart Lane. Nicholas with the corner. Dixon first to it, the supplier this time. And it's Steve Clark through the centre from Kevin Wilson's flick. And Chelsea have hit back in the best possible way. Spurs deflated. And Clark came through unattended. Dixon wide towards Hazard, but a little behind him. Bumstead got the run of the ball against Fenwick. Hazard, Kevin Wilson, and it's 4! Disbelief at White Hart Lane for Tottenham supporters. Cheer for Chelsea, although it's long distance for their fans. Hazard, after Bumstead had done well, cut it back superbly, and Kevin Wilson's finish was unstoppable right into the bottom corner.
Dixon. Dickens. Well, he's lost his shirt, and Coventry have lost a goal. Kevin Wilson, his 4th of the season.
Oh, Lee. He's an ungainly player, but he's a battler. Touchback from Dickens. Dixon! 1-0 to Chelsea.
Redmond away. Hazard. And Dixon this time. Having hit the post, this time it ends up in the back of the net, and Chelsea have forced their way into the lead. It's been a terrific opening 10 minutes to the second half. Crowned now by the first goal of the game, and Kerry Dixon beats Dibble to it. The goalkeeper off his line, but the ball rather died And Dibble couldn't get there. Dixon did.
Dixon. And Wilson! Oh, what an economical goal. Besant, Dixon, Wilson, 1-0. Wilson was the original target, missed him out. Dixon! Oh yes, 2-0. A master at work, just one touch to control it. And then the finish. Wilson is in for 3-0. Dorigo. Played in short for Roberts. Dixon the target. He got there. Oh, and again! Oh! Tremendous goal, 4-0. Wilson. Oh, Keown's clearance struck Wilson and fell nicely for Clark, who puts Chelsea in front. Roberts driving Chelsea forward. Dixon jumping. Moncao! That's 2-1, and it sets up a very interesting last quarter of an hour. Moncao, Wilson, 2 in a minute, and Chelsea are back on terms.
Against Wimbledon, who were down in 14th place. Chelsea off to a cracking start, borrowing a trick from the Wimbledon manual. A long ball chased successfully by Kerry Dixon. Chelsea a goal up in a minute. Wimbledon have performed. Graham Roberts then got the better of Hans Sagers. 3-2 to Wimbledon at half-time. Reviving with Don Howe now at the helm, and surviving a Chelsea equaliser 12 minutes later. Alan Dickens with the volley that was just too well directed for Tony Roberts in the Rangers' goal. As is so often, there was another Clark goal to come, this from Chelsea's adventurous right-back Steve Clark, but with 2 minutes left, it only improved.
It's direct. Jury. Ew, what a goal that was! Oh, what a return for Gordon Jury! Lee there was a good little header and a fine effort, and it's gone in by Dixon, who did not even bother to celebrate.
Tony Dorigo. Unusual to see Chelsea all in white. Oh, and a first-minute chance! Taken with relish by Clive Wilson. The Palace fans whistling, wanting the referee to do likewise. Graham Lasso has salvaged something for Chelsea on his First Division debut. Dixon. McAllister trying to turn John Dreyer. He's done that. Kevin Wilson has steered in the header at the near post. Nicely worked goal. Wilson. Dixon pulling left. Wilson's there again. And Luton have fallen for the same trick. The near post header from Kevin Wilson. Clive Wilson can end any danger. And Dreyer let the ball run on to Dixon, who's now got past him. Kerry Dixon, who was born here in Luton, finishes the match on a note of celebration. It's been a very good day for Chelsea.
With just one win in their first 11 games, and in fact, in their first 9 games, Sheffield Wednesday scored only twice. Now they're 4 off the bottom, and they've not failed to score in their last 11. It's a free kick to Chelsea. Roberts with most to say for himself in the Chelsea side, masterminding the whole thing, and now taking this free kick, looking towards Kerry Dixon. Dixon getting the header in, and Lee is in there. So Big David Lee gives Chelsea the lead. A good header, won in the first place by Kerry Dixon. There's Dixon's header, and there's Lee just onside, putting it away. Ian St John.
Yeah, an excellent header, you have to say, by Kerry Dixon in the first instance, and a very good run from midfield by Luke. Watch him running in there, and as you said, just a shade onside.
Wilson, off the line by Peake, blocked by Boulder, Wilson again. Chelsea have scored with 4 minutes gone, a goal that owed everything to the persistence of Kevin Wilson. Boulder's in trouble, and there was no one who could bail him out of it either, although there were a couple of defenders on the line. The goalkeeper committed a goal for Wilson, his second. Dixon seizing the initiative now. Kerry Dixon has produced a goal of very high quality to make sure of Chelsea's win. When the game was rather drooping around him, he wasn't settling for that, and that was outstanding. 3-1, 5 minutes left.
Oh, that's absolutely magical stuff from Kerry Dixon.
McAllister not letting Downs get close enough to get in the challenge. Dixon got to it, Dorigo bangs it past the Grizovic. 2-1. Dorigo. Clive Wilson goes to the left. Kevin Wilson finds him. David Lee involved in the move. Chelsea passing the ball sweetly. Dixon, that is a very classy goal indeed from Chelsea. Scored by Kerry Dixon at the end of a terrific...
Leading the charge. Here's Nicholas. He's done well. Been out for some 3 months. Oh, Wilson's in here, and Bumstead has equalised.
Here's Roberts. Still Roberts. Well, he wants to take them all on. Oh, it's a great run. Really, shades of the old Tottenham days from the barnstorming Graham Roberts.
Defence, they tried to turn into a swift counter-attack. The left-back is way out of position, of course. And it's Dixon through the centre for Chelsea! Can Anderson get it off the line? He can't. Gareth Hall may well have got the last touch. Dixon certainly to the fore, but Anderson was put in a desperate plight. It was Hall, Bumstead, and then Dixon. It rolled towards the line. Whose goal is it? I think it's Hall's. Dixon wanting to keep his tally up, of course, and they may well be arguing about this in the dressing room, and they may well ask for our pictures to adjudicate. I think that's Hall's goal, coming in the 17th minute. And all credit to the right back for finding himself right on the opponent.
Dixon up well. The goalkeeper's committed. A goal for Chelsea. Wilson, Kevin Wilson. The corner working here because Flowers thought he could get a punch to it, but it was Kevin Wilson who got it over the line. McAllister. Jury got a touch. Kevin Wilson lays it off for Dorigo. The equaliser with 9 minutes left. A perceptive pass from Wilson and a rasping low shot from Tony Dorigo. Southampton struggling to keep Chelsea at bay here. Room for Gordon Jury. What a comeback. His first league appearance of 1990, and that could well turn out to be the winner. Chelsea have turned it around here at the Dell, and Jury's low shot just kept on going.
Dixon. Here's Bumstead. Good turn. Oh, and Bumstead with a surprise for the champions. 1-0 Chelsea.
Jury was given time to line it up, and it had too much power for Dibble.
Null Sage. This is Hayward wearing 14. Now Kerry Dixon. Right, trying to jockey him. Dixon's got it back. Kevin Wilson! Well, Mark Wright thought he'd got Dixon shut out there. Dixon managed to screw it back.
Breaker trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. Dixon showing a lot of patience. It's in now, and Jury's free. Yes! Second attempt. It's been hard work for Chelsea to break down Luton's stubborn resistance here. But the patient approach from Kerry Dixon paid off, and really from Jury. Nicholas with the free kick. Palace try to move out, and they haven't orchestrated it well enough, because Kerry Dixon is back in business here. Dixon. Kevin Wilson gets his 20th goal of the season. Lasso. Kevin Wilson. Dixon, and it was Stewart who came in to mark his debut in the best possible. Second, again against Liverpool, by quite a long way. Dixon, is he away from Hansen? Kerry Dixon has the last word for Chelsea. Reward there for battling away. Grobbelaar depressed to lose a goal in stoppage time, but Dixon has had some threatening moments throughout the game. Live Wilson's corner. McAllister got beyond Poynton, and there's a chance here for Chelsea. Dixon has taken it, and when it looked as though the game was going to end in a stalemate, Chelsea are in front. Poynton has miscued then, but Dixon hasn't. And he's really finished.
Free kick. Oh, Dixon here, yes, Kerry Dixon. And Millwall could have done without that. Kerry Dixon has already got one. Oh, that's a blistering shot. That's his second, and Chelsea go 2 up. Peter Nicholas. Dixon on a hat-trick. Can he get it? Yes, he has. Kerry Dixon.
Support here from Wilson. And he's done well. A useful cross in too. Dixon down. Dickens, 1-1. Alan Dickens, first goal for Chelsea. So can Chelsea come back again? This is Dixon. Now then for Clark. There's Dickens, and it's a goal! Dickens has equalised. That's a magnificent header. So can either side clinch it now in extra time? It's Dixon. Dickens arriving, and it's a hat-trick, and Chelsea are in front for the first time. Wilson feeding Roberts. That's a lovely ball through. Kerry Dixon, and there's the first goal. So Graham Roberts, and it's 2-0. Struggling to get it away here. This is Ward, now for Martin Allen. And they've got themselves into difficulties. David Lee, and it's 3-3. And I would imagine that Phil Parkes will be furious. Live Wilson. It's a useful cross in. Now Clark. Dixon at the far post. Kevin Wilson, and it's there! And the substitute has done it. Lasso. He's clear here. And a goal! And I think it's gone in off Thompson. Oh, the back pass has gone astray. Kerry Dixon And Wilson against his old club. It's a penalty to Chelsea. So all rests on the shoulders of Kevin Wilson, and he has scored.
10 minutes of the first half to go. Wilson with Dixon. Oh, good effort, and it's there! Oh, that's a cracking goal by Kerry Dixon. The Palace players will need some lifting now if they're to haul themselves back into this cup final, the Southern Area final, the Zenith Cup. And there's number 2 from Wilson. No, the flag stayed down. Jury is on his own for the moment. Still Jury, almost squeezed in, now it has. And Bumstead has got it. McAllister now. Jury's pass. Oh, he's through. And it's another one for Chelsea. Gareth Hall. 5 in the wall. It's Dorigo. Oh, it's a goal! Pear's got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out. And Tony Dorigo has blasted Chelsea. Dave Bessant not called on all that often to make any spectacular saves today, but he nonetheless did a good, sound, efficient job in goal. And Peter Nicholas, Ron Atkinson's choice for the Man of the Match award, and I'd go along with that too. Leading his team by example. Behind him, Dave Bessant and Kevin McAllister. It's a long walk up those steps, but when you've a cup to receive, it's very worthwhile. A big broad grin from Peter Nicholas. He's played here for Wales, but never before in a Wembley final, and he holds aloft the Zenith Cup. Peter Nicholas, the captain of Chelsea. Handshakes all round. As Peter Nicholas leads the Chelsea players down the steps. And Middlesbrough are going to set off too on a lap of honour themselves. And they are getting... Peter Nicholas will be leading his players around. Receiving the Man of the Match award too. Well done, Peter Nicholas. Grand old campaigner down the years. For Arsenal, of course, Aberdeen, his last club. Luton he played for. And Crystal Palace too, one of the teams that Chelsea beat en route to the final. And for one young fan, I'm not sure who he supports. And here, posing then for the photographers, the Chelsea players. Those are the pictures you'll see in your newspapers tomorrow morning. Kenneth Monkow has a wig on, a blonde wig, which I'm sure isn't his. Nicholas is wearing it now. So high jinks among the Chelsea players, celebrating their victory here. And what a revival it's been by Chelsea in the past 2 years. Things looking so bleak for them when they were relegated down into the second division, but they've come back with a vengeance, winning the second division by a storm, and now 5th in the first division, and here winners of the Zenith Cup.
At home advantage and held Chelsea in the first game. Not tonight. Craig Burley made ground, evaded the challenge and put the Premier League side ahead after 25 minutes. A minute before half-time, 1-0 became 2-0. Burley again. This time his flick released Gavin Peacock. It was a narrow angle, but the ball reached its intended target. Any hopes of a comeback were shattered 3 minutes into the second half. The Barnet penalty area was like a pinball machine. Mark Steen was there. He claimed his 7th goal in 7 games, and Chelsea were cruising. Sinclair released Shipley, and Chelsea were on their way to a very comfortable passage into round 4. 4-0 tonight. Sheffield Wednesday at Stamford Bridge in the next round.
In the FA Cup, Chelsea were in the way. Steve Clark creating a superbly struck goal for Gavin Peacock at Stamford Bridge.
Myers going on the outside, knocked in by Steen very neatly as well. and it wouldn't quite come down. Spencer's there! Oh, Chelsea have opened the scoring. And John Spencer, who started the first match of the season, was pulled off injured. He's only been back a couple of times since as a substitute. Glenn Hoddle put him on tonight in a whole catalogue of changes after the disappointment of the defeat at Everton, and he's popped in the first goal. Spencer down to Craig Burley. That's intended for Steen. Gets the header down to Peacock. Chelsea have scored. Gavin Peacock. And in the end it looked quite easy. Six minutes into the first period of extra time, drilled in by Craig Burley. What an intelligent ball back off the forehead of Mark Steen. It gave Gavin Peacock all the time and the space that he needed. Over the head of Barnard has found Steen, who finds Gavin Peacock, who gets it into the middle to Burley. Chelsea have done it. Craig Burley with one of those long bursting runs through the middle, and in the second period of extra time, what a joy that will be to the coaching and the management.
Chelsea were in front. Their two Scots setting up their quarter-final place. Craig Burley first, carving out the opening for John Spencer, who took his chance as defenders hesitated. And then Burley made it 2-1. He might have been looking to pass before eventually deciding to shoot. It proved to be the right option. 5 minutes.
Hoddle released Wise, who found Burley. He swung the ball over, and Peacock crashed it home.
Finish. There was hesitation here by Dreyer. Cascarino won it well in the air. Little flick on and buried by Peacock. That man again.
Well, he's so elusive, Gavin Peacock. Comes from deep in midfield. I'm not sure he's touched the ball in this game, but gets that opportunity, tucks it in the corner. No one picked him up.
And this game ever clear as the first half progressed. Peacock did well. Spencer, Peacock, number 2. And the gap now is clearly shown on the score sheet. Second goal for Gavin Peacock.
But they just can't deal with Cascarino. It's his header again. Peacock then gets past his marker, Harper, and when the ball comes back, he's clear. Keeps his head coolly, picks his spot.
Good finish. 4 defenders back. None of them could do anything about it. And Jürgen Sommer beaten for the second time. Hughes. Chelsea, courtesy of 2 goals by the delighted Gavin Peacock, whose expression is mirrored on the faces of their other players and all their supporters, will return to play in the FA Cup final at Wembley. The trophy will be won by a team from the Premier League. And there is delight from Chelsea supporters who've waited so long. Good applause for the losers from Luton Town, who on the day couldn't find the style that they'd shown previously in the competition. But one should remember just how much they've contributed to this 130.
So a big start that would have been for Chelsea. And they're spreading it around a bit here. Jeldeberg. Oh, and the keeper's lost it, and Furlong! What a start! And Chelsea have the lead after 2 minutes. And really picked up with very little chance after he carried it out. Paul Furlong finishing it off. And it was a full 25 yards the shot. Oh, and the keeper's at fault there for sure. Long shot. And the tune of Chelsea are back. 1-0 here after 2 minutes. Wise will surely be the favourite to take this. Sinclair arrives, it's 2! And we've only played 4 minutes. What a start in Europe for Chelsea here. And Victoria Zizkov are 2 down. They've been hit by a blue explosion at the start here on another dreadful night for Wedderwin. The Stamford Bridge area, great header by Sinclair. Wise, the instigator. Sinclair, the finisher. Another opportunity here, Zika, not the best. Rocastle, oh yes, that is the best. That's 3-2 to Chelsea, and a nightmare for Zizka. It really was a feeble clearance. Rocastle, who's had a great start to the season, the first to react and finish brilliantly. Chelsea back in front here. 9 minutes played in the second half, and that was David Rocastle at his best. Important that Chelsea try and get a fourth goal if they can. Well, Wise in support, giving himself a bit of room, keeper's off his line. Oh! He didn't need to worry about that! In off the crossbar! Dennis Wise, 4-2 to Chelsea, and now they've got a bit of a cushion. What a cup tie in this European Cup Winners' Cup first round, first leg match. Furlong with Wise. The keeper was not the best place. Wise made no mistake in off the crossbar. Great finish from Dennis Wise.
Vienna paying the penalty for throwing everybody up for a free kick. When the ball fell into his path, nothing was going to stop John Spencer on his race for glory. It's not often you see a striker have to run 80 yards before delivering the coup de grace. Spencer will enjoy showing this one to his grandchildren one day. His first European goal. Vienna now had to score 2 to win.
Goalkeeper started to come, and it's in at the back post. Steen the scorer. Goal right on cue. Furlong nodded down, and Steen behind 2 defenders to make it 1-1 in the tie.
I mean, this should be the goalkeeper's ball, just on the edge of the 6-yard box, hanging in the air, but because he never comes off his line.
Good clearance. And it was made by Paul Furlong.
An element of luck there played its part as it went across the face of the goal, and that was a fortunate escape. And well done, Paul Furlong.
But it's now 2. Having saved at one end, he scores at the other. Well, few seconds that Paul Furlong will long remember. Saved his team at one end, finished clinically at the other, and Chelsea lead in the tie, and they've scored twice at Stamford Bridge. Good finish.
A couple of straws to clutch at. Chelsea's fine European record. Oh, charged down by Furlong, it's in! Now is that the moment that the tide turns Chelsea's way? What a fabulous break. Paul Furlong, who throughout the tie, both in Zaragoza and here at Stamford Bridge, has been strong and willing, has got his reward.
Oh, that is freakish, isn't it? I think Paul Furlong better go out and buy a lottery ticket tomorrow after that, because they were on me trying to get it.
Here's Furlong. Sinclair, yes! 2-1 to Chelsea. Glenn Hoddle's corner set it up, not the best corner he'll ever take, but it found Furlong and it found Sinclair, and it's found a few smiles on the terraces. Chelsea back in front on the night.
Well, more than anything, it's lifted the stadium and I'm sure the home side. A comfortable header by Furlong, sensible one, and good swivel by Frank Sinclair from 6 yards out. He should have scored, I suppose. And now it should give that little bit of impetus. I mean, they still need 3 goals. You can't see it happening, but at least dive, but it wasn't long enough.
Here's Steen again, and this time he has scored. The Furlong-Steen combination comes up with a 3rd goal for Chelsea. 3 minutes left to play. 2 more goals needed. But whatever the final outcome of the tie, it's been a splendid effort from Chelsea tonight to beat a side of this quality on their own ground.
They have got a soft centre on crosses. It does well because it bounces up, but he uses his knee, just lobs it over one knee. They got the 3 goals, didn't they? But that Aragon goal at the other end makes such a difference. And in the end, it's going to be the Spanish side that go to the final.
It's a marvellous ball for Wise. Goodness knows how he knew that Phelan was there.
Hughes, yes! Chelsea in front. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Another chapter in the Mark Hughes FA Cup history. Beautifully set up for him by Terry Phelan. And Mark Hughes, who else, gives Chelsea the lead. A lead that Glenn Hoddle is determined they will not squander. Phelan picked out by Wise, and Hughes just pulled off a little deep. Elliott lost him, and Hughes found the net.
Which Dennis Wise will take, and from which he scores. It's 1-1. And Newcastle have to play for just under half an hour with only 10 men. And the contest is... Pull it now. Yes! Ruud Gullit has made it 2-2. The Dutchman has had his say. Might have done so a few seconds earlier. Long cross from Spencer. The nod down from Dewberry. And in by Gullit.
The equaliser for Chelsea, scored by Ruud Gullit.
Nothing that Cernicek can do about it. Peel by Albert, but it's 2-2. The referee says it was an innocuous challenge, but he gave the penalty. Now Lee takes his penalty. And Chelsea lead. Steve Watson next. Kevin Hitchcock didn't have to do anything last time. But he does this. Dennis Wise. Chelsea lead 1-0. They now lead 2-0. A 3rd man to play. Former Newcastle United player Gavin Peacock. Chelsea for Chelsea. Next is Eddie Newton. They've gone to celebrate the victory. Don't need any more. Glenn Hoddle has, I'm sure he's feeling, won this tie for the 2nd time. He thought he'd done it at Stamford Bridge. He has done it now in unlikely circumstances.
To get a popping passes around. They're not half causing problems to Queen's Park Rangers.
Spencer, Peacock.
Chelsea with Gavin Peacock's incisive run and a touch of good fortune along the way as well. Furlong got McDonald out of the way, on from Spencer, Furlong's in. Well, deep in stoppage time at the end of the first half. The Chelsea hero of the league game here 4 weeks ago has stretched the lead in this fourth round FA Cup tie. It's Queen's Park Rangers 0, Chelsea 2, Peacock with the round FA Cup tie. It's Queen's Park Rangers 0, Chelsea 2, Peacock with the first and Furlong with the second.
Spencer. It's nicely played for Dan Petrescu. And Dubry! Michael Dubry gives Chelsea the lead. A young man who's really enjoying life at the moment, and why not? He's been the find of Chelsea's season. Petrescu found him on an unstoppable course towards goal. Peacock back towards Spencer. Penalty claims go unheeded. Still Gavin Peacock. Mark Hughes! Breathing space for Chelsea. Hughes doubles their lead. Gavin Peacock did really well to dig out across from there. And Hughes leading on a little bit. Come for Spencer. And now for Wise. Options right and left. The option is John Spencer, and it's 3-1. And within a minute, Chelsea have taken control again. It's raining goals at Stamford Bridge. Dennis Wise providing the latest for John Spencer. What a pass that is from Wise. Hullett to Peacock. Hughes going to be up. Oh, he did! 4-1. And 4 of those goals have been scored in the last 5 minutes. Hullett set Peacock up. I think there was a slight deflection here. Just wrong footing Crichton, the Grimsby keeper.
A stunning second half display by
Wise. Being chased by Jones. It's got in a useful cross though. Furlong. Oh, so unlucky Hughes! Chelsea level. Mark Hughes owes a big debt of gratitude to Paul Furlong. Stretching beyond Perry to connect with Wise's cross. Hughes' task was easy. Wise is clearly going to set Hullett up. Here is Hullett. Deflected and in! Chelsea ahead with 10 minutes to go. Ruud Hullit's free kick finding its way into the top corner. And they're very, very close to the semi-finals now. I think it might even have been Vinnie Jones who got the touch. Nothing.
Oh, good ball. It's Petrescu from Burnley's pass. And Chelsea take the lead. The Romanian Dan Petrescu. But what a superb ball by Craig Burley. Stewart's trying to keep supporters off the pitch. Burley here measured that. Delightful ball. Petrescu running on. Terrible angle really, but he got it inside the near upright. Up to the goalkeeper's left. Big cup ties in the pass. This is taken quickly by Chelsea. Spencer. Dubry! It's there! Chelsea are in front. This is Phelan. Hullett's made a forward run again here. Hughes is in the centre. Spencer's further over. It's still Hullett. And it still is. And Hughes! Well, a cup tie of this importance would hardly be complete without a goal from Mark Hughes.
Hughes is such a good target in those situations, so easy to hit. Lost out now, but he goes rampaging on. Mark Hughes
Ruud Gullit! Chelsea in front with 10 minutes of the first half remaining. A goal scored by their inspiration, Ruud Gullit, and made by their warrior, Mark Hughes, who ran through the challenges and then served up a cross that was crying out to be finished. Chelsea lift the FA Cup for the very first time at Wembley. Their thirst for the theatrical well and truly quenched. Mark Hughes, who told me that when he first won the cup here, he was too far down the line to see it lifted. Not today. And Frank Leboeuf in his first season, and Grodos, the Norwegian, these foreign players who were dreaming of playing in the FA Cup final at Wembley, of which there is no like in any other country. Vialli got on in the end. He's got something to take away, even if he doesn't stay at Chelsea. A winner's medal. Zola looks like being around longer, and he's certainly making the most of this moment.
خدوتي متقي تغيدين أنا بخيوتي قاموا يا ماريش خلط خدوتي متقي تغيدين أنا بخيوتي شويقي بتخشى من خطوخ يا ماري صالويون صوتي خططلون دمم دني عيناتي شو خاقة خادن قرقي سباتي شغل خشات بشطاتي شو خاقة خادن قرقي سباتي شغل خشات بشطاتي خدوتي متقي تغيدين أنا بخيوتي قاموا يا معريش خلط خدوتي متقي تغيدين أنا بخيوتي شويقي بتخشى من يومتي أخذ يبقاني وجهك شويقي بتخشى من يومتي أخذ يبقاني وجهك تطلون دمم دني عيناتي خاتوخ يا ماري صالو ينصوتي تطلون دمم دني عيناتي شو خاقة خادم قرفي سباتي شغل قاموا يا معريش خلط خدوتي متقي تغيدين أنا بخيوتي شويقي بتخشى من يومتي أخذ يبقاني وجهك شويقي بتخشى من خدوتي متقي تغيدين أنا بخيوتي خاتوخ يا ماري صالو ينصوتي خاططلون دمم دني عيناتي خاتوخ يا ماري صالو ينصوتي تطلون دمم دني عيناتي شو خاقة خادوتي متقي طبيدة أنا بخيوتي شويقي بتخشمي